Hello, this is Eden with HelixxVR. Today I'll be reviewing Archangel Hellfire for the HTC Vive and Oculus Rift. It unofficially supports Windows Mixed Reality with some issues. I'll be specifically looking at the Hellfire version. For context, Archangel was released as a single-player on-rails shooter where you pilot a mech back in 2017. In 2018, they released the Hellfire expansion, which is included with the base game. No extra purchase necessary. I should note that PSVR is unfortunately not supported for Hellfire, despite the base game being on PSVR. Hellfire is a multiplayer, free roaming expansion. No on-rails gameplay at all. It originally added a player versus player mode, and more recently added a cooperative mode. One thing which remains, basically the same between modes, is the mechs. You can choose from a light, medium or heavy mech. They each have their own stats and special abilities. You can manually adjust stats somewhat by using sliders in your cockpit to boost attack, defense, speed or energy production. Mechs have a few weapons each, which you can switch between. I often find myself switching as ammo recharges for each weapon over time. You are also equipped with both left and right shields, which can only be activated if not shooting from that side. As such, a common tactic is to shoot with the right hand, shield with the left, and then alternate. Mechs use energy to activate their special abilities and jump. This either generates over time, or can be found around the levels as pickups. Health can also be found as a pickup around the level. Locomotion in this game is smooth locomotion with snap turning or smooth turning. This may not be as bad on some people sensitive to motion sickness, both being a seated and cockpit style game. As mentioned, there are two modes in Hellfire. First off, there's the player versus player. By default this is 2v2, but 1v1 is also an option. The first team to destroy the enemy 10 times, or 5 times for 1v1, wins the match. There are 4 levels to choose from. These can be voted on when you start the game. Personally, I felt like the levels were a bit big for 1v1, but perfectly sized for 2v2. They're well designed for dodging around, taking cover, and playing tactically. Shots to the head and back count for more. So being able to sneak up on someone is great, as is being able to lose them and retreat for health pickups or to get a better angle. You can, however, just jump straight towards the enemy, guns blazing. The PvP portion can be played for free now, so go give it a go if you like the look of it. The more recent addition is the Corp Arena mode. Up to 4 players can play this together. It is basically a wave shooter mode, only with some additions to keep things interesting. As you progress, you level up, which gives you a boost such as increasing your movement speed. In certain waves, there will be a generator to destroy, which is protected. You cannot kill certain enemies until you take down another shield generating enemy. So it's not just jump around and shoot monsters. We at HelixxVR found it reasonably challenging and suspect it's set to increase in difficulty as more players are added. One major negative to point out about Archangel Hellfire: the Vive controls are terrible for it. I found myself activating shields and jumping by mistake all the time. Shout out to Zidane and Methodos for creating some custom controller bindings which work better. I'll link them in the description below. No issues with the Oculus controls for the game. Graphically, the game is very good. The sound is good, but doesn't particularly stand out. It doesn't really need to though. As this is a multiplayer focused game, I'll speak about that a little now. One of the major problems with multiplayer VR games seems to be finding people to play with online. Archangel Hellfire isn't too bad for this. I've almost always been able to find at least one person for versus. They made a big push recently to get more people playing too. I would recommend trying to find people to play the game with in places such as the Archangel Discord and even our own HelixxVR Discord. Archangel Hellfire is priced at approximately $20, £15.50 or €17. Considering that you get a full-length single-player mode along with a couple of multiplayer modes, I think this is worth it personally. Overall, I'd recommend Archangel Hellfire. The only real negative to it is the Vive controls, but there is a workaround for that. It's not ideal, but it's there. So once again, this was Eden from HelixxVR. As always, remember to like, hit that alert button and subscribe.